National Football League. And we've got the Vikings superstar cornerback.
Find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers, and hopefully what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. On 1st and 10, Booth. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good win.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery. Booth. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their mobile quarterback with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
That's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And he's going to keep this again. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Booth. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go. To throw on 3rd down. Booth. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score. 2nd quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 4th down, Booth. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. The last time I think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. On 3rd and 2, Vogel firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Vogel, he finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. To try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Operating from the gun. Vogel, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on 3rd and long. Booth going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Booth. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And they are in field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. On first down, Booth. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to try and take off with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Vogel. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive will start with an option going left. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run the option left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Vogel. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He's going to keep this again. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
To throw on 2nd down. Boom. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and And it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Vogel. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Vogel. He finds his man. Complete. It's Fox. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throwing on 1st down. Vogel. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Boom. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Boom. He's going to try and go deep again. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Vikings are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. The way we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Parker hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Let's go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. Vogel, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Vogel.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Vogel. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. 20, 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Vogel, he finds his man, complete. It's Fox.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On 1st and 10, Vogel. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Boom.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this deep.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And is this...